Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Dumpster Diaries Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Justin Allen. I'm here with my buddy, Moses Wartooth, and today we have another special guest for you. Her name is Renee Holster, and she is a bartender, dude. And you got some stories, man. I've been looking forward to this for a while. This is a interesting podcast.
Yeah, because you know all bartenders have to have the coolest stories ever. I mean, they're around people in different situations, little loose.
Sure,
know,
absolutely.
So always a good time.
And we were like looking for new guests and stuff, and I was like, hey man, like why don't we just like interview like people who like basically hold the keys to the kingdom in any city, dude. And it's like taxi drivers, bartenders. Like they know everybody,
exactly,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
so,
do. A lot of
Renee,
people.
how you been, man?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. It's been a while since we've seen each other.
I know it has, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to stay out of bars, man. So, but I don't know, man. Like I kind of just want to jump right into it and just go into it. Like, so how did you get into being a bartender? Like, how did you get into that industry? Where did it start?
It started at Hooters, actually, at Hooters in Fort Lauderdale. And then I was going to college.
Yeah.
And when I got out of college, well, I went to college to own a bar.
Okay.
Like, that's what I wanted to do. So I took business and hospitality,
Mm-hmm.
and they put me through bartending school.
Sure.
And so after that, I started working at a local bar. And
So Hooters put you through.
Hooters put me through, yeah.
That's cool.
That's where
We're
I
big
started.
supporters of Hooters.
Yeah.
Like, we really are. Like,
We like them as a business.
Yeah, I eat there all the time.
Really?
Man. Like, oh yeah. I have tons of their shirts, man. Like, there's actually a calendar. I'll show it to you later in the
Yeah,
studio.
it's covered up by the sound and stuff.
Yeah, like 100%. Because I got into the habit when I lived in Shreveport. I was going to Hooters there. It's technically in Bossier City, and I would go on date nights there, and I knew all the girls who worked there.
You went to date nights at Hooters?
Well, like with my ex. Like
I know y'all went to date nights at Hooters.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was Wing Wednesday, man. It was all you could eat boneless wings. You can't pass it up.
No,
dude.
yeah, I guess not.
And so
Their
we
wings are terrible. Okay.
They still have that. I saw an advertisement yesterday.
It's
They
great.
still have the all-you-can-eat wings.
Of course.
It's great.
They can't get rid of it.
Yeah, it's amazing, dude.
That's actually one of the strictest jobs I've ever had.
Really?
We can get in on that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna. Well, you can't talk bad about Hooters on this show.
I mean, I'm not knocking it. Like, they are very strict as far as their policies, as far as like if someone wants to take a picture with you, you have to.
Yes.
You have to, toothbrush your shoes with bleach every day to make sure they're like sparkling white.
Yeah.
Those pantyhose, if they get runs in them, you have to buy new ones.
Yeah.
You know, when you wash white clothes too much and they get all dingy, yeah, you have to buy a new tank top like immediately. But so I worked at Hooters for like almost a year, I want to say, in Fort Lauderdale, and then the one in Tallahassee.
So were you like waiting or were you bartending there?
I was bartending.
Bartending. Okay, so what is Hooters like as a bartender? I can only imagine.
It's fun. Like,
Really?
Yes, I had a lot of fun.
I just imagine it's just like creeper after creeper.
It is a lot of good. But I also met a lot of cool people, like the boxer Kimbo Slice. I met him.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah,
shit, I
he
remember
came
that.
up there.
Shit?
Yeah, this was like back in the day before I had kids.
Yeah,
but yeah, I want to say I worked there in 2010, and then it was right before I moved to Texas.
No shit.
And then I started working at a dive bar and met the guy that moved me here. And yeah.
Cool.
Here I
man, dude, I don't know. I've always supported Hooters, man. Like, because I'll tell you this: when I was deployed in Iraq, they sent us calendars, and I was like, you know what?
You guys are all right.
You guys are all right, dude.
It was one of my favorite jobs as far as like meeting people and just the whole atmosphere of it's fun.
Because you do
Like-
you get a lot of like business people going in there too.
Oh,
I'm sure,
absolutely!
Yeah.
A lot of big time
Like
business
work
people.
meetings
We
and stuff, like-
at the one in Florida, we worked the Panthers games. We
Oh,
worked
really?
the Dolphins games. Like, we had a lot of promos, and so we got to do that. It was a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
fun. A lot of fun.
Jesus, man. Like,
That was back whenever I was working more like fast paced, like nightclubs. Because then I went to Fort Lauderdale and the nightclubs and did all that scene for a while, where it was like you go to work and then you get off and the sun's coming up.
Damn.
But you only had to work like 3 days a week, and then you had like the whole month's rent. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome.
you were like good to go because 3 days a week. And
okay,
you're,
so now where is this place at again?
that was in Miami. That was in Miami, in South Beach.
Okay.
So like
You heard it.
if you remember right, how like on a good night, what was your average?
In South Beach?
Yeah.
Probably like a good night was 500 to 600, maybe 7 sometimes.
And that would be for how many hours?
Jesus.
From 6 till their late night. They close at 2
Okay.
usually. So
Yeah,
sometimes later.
That's
but
awesome.
Like I said, when you get out of there, the sun's coming up. You have a late night, and then you have a late night.
Dude, I know drug dealers, okay, who make less than that.
I'm telling you, the money is good. That's why people get stuck in it. It's because
Yeah.
you go in with nothing. Like, you know, you could have $0 to your name, and you go in and you're leaving with something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no matter what. And just like even now, like I've been at my current place for 10 years.
Yeah. Boy, God, ooh, Jesus, that time flies. All right.
I know.
You know?
I've been at
Because I've known
and
you
before
for
that
a
I
long
was
time,
at
so.
the other bar for 4 years.
Yeah.
So and then I got pregnant with Nugget and
Yeah.
started at the new place, and I've been there for 10 years now.
Yeah.
I say new place, but it's home.
Yeah, sure.
I could see where that would be hard to leave because, like, if you tried to go to a 9 to 5 and getting $12 an hour, so like, well, like I'm not doing this.
Dude, yeah,
There's no way.
I'm in the job market right now, dude, and there's a lot of jobs where I'm like, oh, this is kind of like a hard job, and they'll be like, we're gonna pay you $10 an hour,
Yeah, like,
and it's like, yo, I can just DoorDash and make $20 an hour, like,
and not have to deal with people like that.
and they want to be like, oh, nobody wants to work anymore. It's like, yeah, but have you seen how much, like, literally, like, a pack of eggs cost?
Yeah.
Oh, or a gallon of milk for that matter.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, dude.
But and see, a lot of people don't realize that. I mean, when it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. Like
Yeah.
it's hit or miss. But there's slow season and there's your good season.
So what is your good season?
So our good season is actually August till like December, January.
Really?
The end of August to like December. No, I'd say till probably like February.
Okay.
Because then you start getting into like March, April, and then the summer comes around and it's terrible.
So
Is that just because people aren't there?
No, because kids are out of school. And so, like, the
Oh.
kids are at home. I mean, I don't know how that would differ if they were in school, but it does seem to make a difference. And they're at the lake or the beach or
Gotcha.
they're doing all their trips.
Vacation stuff.
Vacations. So, it's our slower season. Now, like, Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving is, like, our busiest night of the year. It's
Really?
crazy. Yes.
That's kind
Like,
of sad.
and that's kind of,
Yeah.
that's kind of, like, everywhere. Like, for some reason, the day before Thanksgiving is the busiest night at most bars.
It's funny
Because
that you
all the kids
say
are home
that.
from school, you know, and all the older kids are home from college or whatever, and they're coming to visit their parents.
Yeah.
And so those nights are good.
It's funny that you should say that because I've noticed for the last, I don't know how many years, anytime I start scrolling through looking for what businesses are going to be open during the holidays, right, serve alcohol or whatever, you know, live alone, like whole 9 yards, and I just get pissed. I'm like, oh, God, you're closed on Thanksgiving? What egregious crime is this?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were
How
open
dare you.
365. Like
Yeah.
I had to drive to work in the snow that year that it
Jesus.
snowed.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and you know how many people showed up? I was like,
Yeah, dude. There's a
but
lot
when
of
I
people
when I
that
got
would-
there, I was like, oh my gosh! Like I drove in the snow, and I don't have snow tires. Do you? I
No.
don't. I
No.
definitely don't. So it was like, and I mean, I'm from Canada, but I never drove in the snow.
Yeah, we'll get on your immigration status in a moment, okay?
I just renewed my green card, so we're good. We can talk about it.
Oh, really? You're like clear? Like
Yeah, I'm good. I
ICE isn't
renewed
gonna
it.
Come in here?
No,
Yeah.
bring them on. No,
So Renee is actually an illegal immigrant. Well,
I'm not illegal. I'm legal. I just got it renewed.
She is a legal
on my
immigrant
birthday.
from Canada.
I am from
Canada.
Canada.
We got to start worrying about the northern border, guys. Build that fucking wall.
Hey,
dude.
that's where they're smuggling the fentanyl in.
No, I mean,
We
what?
covered this shit. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's a thing. It's not.
The
coming
southern
through
border's
southern
locked
border.
down so much they had to start going to the north.
Yeah, they just ship it up.
Yeah.
North
Well.
and come through Canada now.
Never
Where there's
did
a will,
it.
there's a
Don't wanna
way.
try it. I'm good on that. I don't think my grandpa or my grandparents do it either, so we're good.
Yeah, I actually did it one time
Oh my gosh.
through a medical procedure. Like it was like in like a doc. It was like in a. I was getting
Like
surgery.
a trial? Oh, okay.
No,
I was like,
yeah, it was like legit.
they gave
like,
that to you for
yeah.
surgery?
It's
Yeah,
used
they-
as a sedative.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I thought like a little tiny bit. could
100
kill
micrograms.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, like a very very small amount.
Oh, that's crazy.
Like, yeah,
I'm good on that.
and dog, I'm telling you, they were like count back from 10.
You were out.
I got to 8, and I was done.
You
dude.
remember?
Dude? It felt great. I'm not gonna lie. Dude.
I mean, okay, it's
I
fine.
get the argument, dude.
We don't condone drug use.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So anyway, so
Just
you're
alcoholism.
in
I'm just
Florida.
Yeah,
so,
have
so,
a drink.
So you become a refugee from Canada.
I'm not a
You end up in
You escape
Florida.
oppression. You're down
No,
here
my
now.
dad transferred jobs when I was 7, and we actually, when we moved to Florida, we already had our green cards. Like, my dad did it the right way.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I've had it ever since. And then I grew up in South Florida and went to high school, got out of high school, and then started working at Quarterdeck as a hostess.
Yeah.
And then went from there to the local bars and then started college.
Yeah.
And
So you end up. So basically, you go through like teenage years, early 20s, all that stuff, and then you end up immigrating once again to East Texas.
I did. I know, weird, right? Yeah.
And so you end up in the East Texas region, and you start bartending, right?
No, I had been bartending. I was actually the first one at Applebee's.
Like as soon as you get here, you start.
As soon as I got here,
go right back into the
in
industry.
Lufkin,
Yeah.
I started at Applebee's, and I was the first one they brought in as a bartender right away, which was crazy because they didn't do that. Like, you had to work your way up, so all the other people there were like,
But you already had plenty
who
of
is this
experience.
B word?
Yeah, you
yeah,
were
I mean,
like,
I
I've been
did,
doing
but
this shit
it was
in
weird
Florida.
for them. So, like,
can
the
say-
people
you don't say
there.
B
Oh,
word.
sorry,
You
my
can-
bad.
We've
Well,
said
I don't know.
every word
My
you can
kids might watch
imagine.
this.
Oh, God.
Nugget was like, when I get home, when you get home, I might want your autograph. And I was like, what? Okay. But no, I started at Applebee's as the first, like, off the streets as a bartender. So, and that was kind of awesome for me. And it was actually pretty good there. And then 6 months later, I was at Jaman's.
Yeah.
And
nice.
for 4 years. And then I went to Bubba's.
Yeah. Nice.
And I mean, I love it. It's not for everyone. And there's a lot of stuff that I've seen. But I've also met some of the best people. And I have, like, a connection for anything. You know what I mean? Like, if something goes wrong, I know I have someone I can call. You know what I mean? If I even just need a friend or just someone to talk to, like, there's so many different people that I've met and that I love. Like, and I have, my family is not here. So people that I meet and people that I work with at Bubba's are my family. I mean, I have my kids and my husband too, and I love them. But
no, we get it.
but there's also the downside to it, you know.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna get on that, man. We're gonna talk about the pros and the cons and
the crazies.
Yeah, the crazies, all that stuff, man.
The weirdos.
So you get here, once again, you migrate here, and you end up in East Texas, and you're bartending, and you're going through it. And how was it different from, say, a rural community that we live in versus Florida, like Fort Lauderdale?
Well,
very populated, very
yes,
lively.
very high volume,
Yeah.
very fast paced. You didn't have time to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Like, there was no, hey, how are you? Like, what's going on? Let me tell you a joke. You know, there was none of that.
You were just
It was
slinging
literally,
drinks,
I
like-
got some good ones too, by the way.
Yeah.
But you're just slinging drinks, and it's so loud in there. You can't hardly even, like, speak to your coworker, let alone, like, if you need ice, there's, like, you have a flashlight that you're like, hey, I need ice. Like, there's no.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, you just,
in
like,
Florida,
signal,
it's very
or-
high. Yeah, very fast volume, high pace, you know. And then when I moved here, it was like I get to talk to people, and yeah, we get busy, but our busy is definitely. I love it when it's busy.
So in the bigger cities, you have more money, but some region like this, even though you do make good money, still, it's more of a community. It's like, hey,
Yes,
I kinda
it's
know,
more of-
I
yes.
know what I'm dealing with.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
But see, like me, I'm when it's slow, I kind of get like, you know, just all over the place, which is weird to say, but when it's busy, I'm like,
In the
it's
zone,
so
like-
weird, but like it's like something just clicks, and I'm like, and I'll remember what you drink for the rest of my life. Like, it's so weird.
Really?
Yeah. And that's even if I go a whole year without seeing you, I'll be like, you still drink Shiner? You still drink vodka soda? Yeah.
Man,
With 2 limes?
Yep.
dude, you're a good bartender. That's all I can say. Ask me how I know. So, you know, it's good. So I got to ask, do you enjoy what you do?
I love it.
I think it's pretty obvious.
I
Really,
love
yeah.
it. I do.
That's good. That's good. We always like to hear that on this show, man.
A lot of people look down on it though, like it's like, oh, well, she's just a bartender. But to me, I'm like, it's what I'm good at. Like,
Yeah, you know, and there's always like, there seems to be this stigma around certain jobs where people kind of look down on, or they'll be like, whatever, like or whatever. But I've always had this mentality is like, I will never judge someone for having a job.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's
no
how I
shit.
see it
Whatever it
too.
is.
Like, I mean, I work my butt off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, there's people that, and I can tell when they come in if they're going to be like that, and I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm still going to serve you with a smile.
Yeah, it'd be like, plus,
Yeah.
You're the one that's up here, so obviously
Yeah,
my
I
job
mean,
is important to some degree.
But you know, like, or they'll be like, oh, I don't want to go there because, you know, you work at the bar. I don't want to hang out with her because she works at the bar. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fine.
Jesus,
That's
you're
like
into
that's a
that?
selling
Oh,
point.
absolutely. Absolutely.
That makes no sense to
Easton
me.
at school one time, he said that he wanted to be a bartender, and the teacher got onto him. And the funny thing was, is the teacher was one of my customers at one point.
Really?
But like in school, and so I was like kind of like back and forth about that because I was a little bit like, why are you telling my kid if he
But
at the same time, you know, they have the whole dare and the whole, like, you know, where they, so I can see how, because, you know, alcohol's a drug.
I don't know. I would have been like, how much money do I make in tips? How much do you make, teacher? Like, come on.
And see, that's where I was kind of like, you know, I wanted to be like, bitch, I probably make more money than you.
Yeah.
But I did not.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can see why, you know, because he had to draw a picture, and I wish I would have brought a picture of the picture because it was hilarious.
Really?
Yes. I was like,
if you text it to me,
I'll text it to you.
We'll put it in the show.
It's hilarious. And it was like a whole bar, and there was like a wine bottle. I was like, oh my God, I can't. It's only like, oh, well, bad whenever he goes to school and he's like singing songs that are like, you know, not good. Like, I'm in love with a stripper or something like that. I was never a stripper. Don't get
adult bar songs.
You know, yes. And I'll be like, oh, it's on my playlist, and he'll be on my phone, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And he'll come in and he'll be like, I'm in love with this. I'm like, oh my gosh.
So you're out there fighting in the trenches. You're putting in 365 days a week, basically. Or,
well,
yeah.
At least
365 days a year.
365 days a year. At least 5 days a week.
Yeah. So you're out there. So it's fair to say, as far as our local community goes, you know what the environment's like.
Yes.
With that. Okay. So I want to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly.
Okay.
So we've covered a lot of the good. I say bad, but this is probably gonna be good for some people listening. What's some of the crazy stories you have? I mean, you probably have seen the wildest stuff.
Oh, I have. Oh, I definitely have.
Because you work at one of the only 2 bars in a town that in the metropolitan area, I believe, has, 70,000, 80,000 people in it?
Yeah,
if you include all the rural communities and stuff around it.
Yeah.
So you work at one of 2 places. You can basically get a drink up until the last minute.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, gambling wise, you've seen at least half the shit.
Oh, I've seen some shit, literally shit, like literal shit too. Oh gosh, we have to clean the bathrooms, and it is not a good time. And actually, the women are sometimes worse than the men, but it just depends on the week.
Right. I didn't think we were going down that road.
So you said bad, like you mean like throw up bad, or no? I'm just kidding. You mean like crazy bad? So
like funny.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's start there, and then we'll work to the
lighthearted shit onto more disgusting stuff. Like
one time, this guy came in and he was wearing like a trench coat, and it was like summertime, and I was like, "How much do clothes cost in the Matrix?" No, I was like, "Hey, how are you?" And he's like, "I want a shot of grenadine on the rocks." And I was like, that's just cherry syrup. There's literally no alcohol in it. It's cherry syrup. Yeah. It's what makes like a Shirley Temple, like a Sprite and grenadine. Cherry syrup. And I was like, grenadine is just cherry syrup. He goes, vodka grenadine on the rocks. I was like, okay. I give it to him. Well, then he tries to hand me a cigarette, and he's like, will you put this in Bloody Mary mix and microwave it? And I was like,
well, hold on, Neo. Why don't we just take a step back?
I was like, what? Okay. No, I'm not going to do that. And then he proceeded to go into the pool table room and like was doing like splits and like, then he
So let's just establish this. This is a Tuesday.
No, this is like a it was karaoke night, so yeah, it was a Tuesday. I'm just kidding. Maybe it was a Sunday. I don't know, but it was like, and I was just like, okay, I'm a little bit appalled.
So was there anything on under the trench coat?
Yes, because he left the trench coat up there.
Okay,
so there was
I was wondering if it was like going to be a flasher scenario.
Oh, no. But he was just like, well, then he did karaoke, and it was like a country song, like Drinking Problem, but he proceeded to try and metal scream it, but it was it was real bad, and I was like, okay. Well. And then we had another guy that was like, doing shots, and he got pretty drunk. He was a little weird. Like, he was doing, like, the baseball with the Astros on the TV, like, doing karate, and, like, I was like, okay. Well, he took a lot of shots, and he was like, so, I just got out of jail for raping a 39-year-old woman.
Oh.
And then he's like, will you give me a ride home? And I was like, absolutely never.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And then I start Googling him, and it's sure enough, he, like, because I had his credit card, and I was like, it said he was a high-risk rapist. And I was like, well, needless to say, he ended up getting naked in the middle of the road and got a criminal trespass against him. So he's not allowed to come back. But, yeah, in the middle of 94.
And so this shit's just happening on Tuesdays,
This
Wednesdays,
was during the day.
Thursdays.
Like, it was crazy. I mean,
the sun was still up.
Yes, it was still daylight out there, because I was like,
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it was back whenever we had those dollars on the wall, and he was
Yeah.
like ripping them off and putting them in the tip jar, and I was like, bro, okay, well, we're gonna cut you off a little bit, but yeah, so we nicknamed him Rapey Randy. But he doesn't come in anymore. Obviously, he's not allowed.
Yeah, if you go to a bar and your nickname is Rapey Randy,
Yeah.
you should probably reevaluate.
Yeah,
your
I had another
Yeah.
guy that came in and he was in like full like jail suit, and I was like white jail suit, and I was like,
You just
Like, did he
escape.
escape? Yeah.
no, he got out apparently. Well, he wanted me to cut his SIM card to fit into his phone, and I was like, okay, so I did. No, I'm just kidding. No, and he was like, I said, so what did you get out of jail for? And he's like, I killed my brother, and I was like, oh, he said with a tire bat, and I was like, did you mean to? He's like, nope. And I was like, do you regret it? He's like, yep. I said, do you want some popcorn? And that was like all I got. I was like a little afraid because I was the only one in there.
So the amount of psychos you see in East Texas.
I wouldn't
right?
say psychos. He was just a little
just
strange.
crazy people.
But
All right, strange.
I mean, I don't
crazy.
want to dog
They
it,
had some
but-
family differences. I'm like,
I mean,
You're not
yeah,
dogging him.
he got out.
yeah.
So I
Um,
don't know if he escaped or
He
not.
regretted it. It's all
Do
okay.
you think that it's comparable to working in like a big city like Fort Lauderdale, like in Florida? Like per capita, like is there more crazy bonker shit happening here based on population versus there, or is it vice versa, or is it about the same?
I mean, you have people eating each other's faces in Fort Lauderdale. You know, like the whole zombie thing.
Bath salt
Yeah,
stuff?
that's a good point. That's a valid point,
But
actually.
no, honestly, I think that it's more high volume there.
Yeah.
So it's more like nightclub to where you're like, you don't have time to talk to people. So I don't know because I never got to
So
like.
there could be 3
I never
serial
got to
killers on
have
the
like,
bar,
a,
but you
yeah,
don't know.
there absolutely
Yeah.
could. I mean, I know there was probably a lot of drug dealers. I mean, I'm sure.
Sure,
Because
yeah.
I mean, I was bartending. I had bartended an event for Lil Wayne once, and that was fun.
That's
yeah,
cool.
that was cool.
Yeah.
But like, so there
Did you
was
get to meet
probably
him?
a lot of drug dealers. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah?
He was really nice.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was really good money. But that was in Orlando. But as far as like the crazies, I just get to meet a lot more of them, I feel like, because one, I've been there for so long, and two, it's a lot more like where I get to talk to people, to where I
Yeah.
get to slow down and be like, hey, how are you? What do you do for a living? You know? And I mean, it might be busy and I might regret asking, but at the same time, I'm like, I just want to get to know people. I'm like, I'm really good at leaving my stuff at the door. So like when I show up for work, you won't tell that I've had a bad day. Like you won't tell if me and my kids just got into it, or if I just punished them, or me and my husband got into it. Like you won't know that because I'm really good about leaving my stuff at the door, which
You're
is
professional.
how I feel should be.
Yeah.
Like you're not there to hear my problems. I'm there to hear your problems. You know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
you're gonna tell me, and I'm gonna be like, let's drink about it.
Yeah.
You know? And, like I posted a status the other day, and it was like. Never take advice from me, you'll end up drunk. And I was like, yes, that's probably true. Probably.
Well, you're also like famously known like in our local community for
Oh.
having like dad jokes.
Oh, I do. I have some
Yeah,
good
like
ones.
every time you can come into like the establishment you work at, like you just be
I
like,
save 'em.
it's a new joke.
Yeah, I got a new
You
one
know,
for you.
you're pretty like clever with it, man. So you can definitely pick people up, dude.
Do you want to hear one?
Sure.
Yes.
What do you call a guy that digs holes?
What?
Doug.
That's how they all are. Like, it's just-
They're awesome, though. I'll be like, I got a new one. And they're like, oh, great. Because, you know, my husband's like, I don't want to hear it. And I'm like, you're going to hear it. Yes, you do. You want to hear it. And he's like, no, I really don't. And I'm like, all right, I'll go tell it to people at work.
Yeah. So let's bust a couple of myths or questions that people might have. Okay, really one. So in the event that you allegedly or overserve somebody, okay, are you actually no bullshit liable for what happens to that person?
Actually, it is the last person to serve that person. So if you come in, I'm supposed to know that you are wasted right off the bat. Like, and it's pretty obvious to tell, but some people you can't tell.
yeah.
And like
real big alcoholics, you can't tell.
a friend of mine got fired from her job, and the guy literally had one beer. He was not drunk, but he hit somebody on the way out, and she got fired because she served him that last beer. But so like
Jesus.
me, thankfully never been, you know, in that situation to where I've like gotten in trouble for it, but absolutely they will crack down on you almost immediately.
Now, who is they? Is it the
TABC.
police? TABC?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I mean, I swear they make it up as they go along. I hope I don't get in trouble for that, but
It's like a case-by-case basis?
no, like they, you know, they'll, for instance, like at where I work, you're not allowed to sell buckets. But like if you go down the road at, you know, the the late night bars.
I know places you're talking about.
You
can do that
can.
all day.
Yeah. And so I feel like, and I don't know, maybe it's because we're a private club. I don't know, but like it still doesn't make sense to me. I'm like,
because there is
so they
the
probably
weird.
word it different.
So you could order 6 beers from me, but I can't put it in a bucket and keep it cold for you.
So there is the weird. Maybe you can explain this because I've always had questions about this. There is that weird issue in the region that we live in East Texas, about being a private club. What is the benefit of that, and why do they do that?
So where I work, the benefit of it is that it pretty much is just something that allows you to drink, and where I work, you can smoke. And you have to have a membership. Yeah. Now, it's not necessarily a benefit. It's a free membership. Anyone, we don't charge anything for it.
Yeah, and
but
for people
because we are a semi-wet county, we have to have a private club in order to have a bar there. It's pretty much or else we would have liquor stores or so that's the difference, is that we're considered a private club because we're allowed to sell liquor and we don't have food.
Okay.
So
to me, that just sounds like an arbitrary law.
I mean, like I said, I feel like they
like
make it
a
up as they go along.
loophole,
It's a loophole. That's exactly what it is. Now, just like our address where I work it's Lufkin, but we're right outside city limits. So we're where our address is Lufkin, but we're actually considered Hudson.
Okay.
So you can smoke in there.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
Which, I mean, to a lot of people, that's like, oh my God, they smoke in there. It's so bad. But whenever I was working at Jim Ann's and we lost our smoking, we lost a lot of business.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they quit opening
drink
during the day, and now they don't open till 4. Now, whether or not that they do get busy over there, I'm not knocking them. I love them, but I feel like we would lose a lot of our business. Because I know that I have to get my husband drunk to go to Jim Ann's. Because he doesn't want to have to go outside and smoke.
I'm not coming here to make good choices.
I'm
coming here to smoke and drink.
But there is a lot of people that are like, oh, we don't come here anymore because, we always smell like smoke the next day. And I'm like, it does suck. Like,
I'm like, you don't take a shower? Come on.
Well, I mean, but I work there. So if I'm working the next day, but I don't want to get in my bed with my hair smelling like cigarettes.
I get that.
So
But I don't know. I feel
but
like
there's a lot of times whenever I'm like tired and I'm like, I'm going to whatever. Like, I can wash my sheets when I don't work.
Yeah.
So, but that part, I mean, I don't really notice it anymore. Did I smell like cigarettes when I came in?
No, not at all.
Okay, well, that's good.
I feel like if I go to a bar, I expect there to be somebody smoking around.
Well,
here.
yeah,
Like, it doesn't bother me.
But to a lot of people, they're like,
it doesn't bother me.
they smoke in there, and I'm like, well, then I guess don't come here.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. And it's crazy because you do smoke in where I work, but I was pregnant with my daughter for like my whole pregnancy. Like I closed the night before I had her. But I mean, I obviously quit smoking when I was pregnant with her. But she came out healthy as ever. You know what I mean? Like she was premature, and I don't know if that's because of the secondhand smoke or not, but she's healthy and she's 3 now and there was no issues or any of that, but that's for the scientists and the doctors.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as I closed the night before I had her. It was crazy.
Yeah. Man, dude. So another question I have. So you see a lot of people, you have a lot of regulars, right?
I do.
Okay. So there's having fun with drinking. There's, you should probably lay off. And you have a serious problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you seen customers just waste away in front of you before?
Literally.
Really?
All the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, the way I see it is and this is where a lot of people differ. There's nothing wrong to me with getting off work and having a couple drinks or having a couple beers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go by all means. Now, if you need it to sustain a daily life, when you wake up in the morning, if you need it to sustain, then you have a problem.
Yeah.
If you need it to function, then you obviously have a problem. And there's a few of those, yes. Yeah. Now, there's a few that don't realize that they have a problem, but it's
yeah.
You got it.
You might have a problem.
And how common is that? More than you think?
Yeah, more than you think. Yes.
Yeah.
We have, there's a few, but, I mean, you have the old-time regulars that are they're just...
I also feel like after a certain age, it's kind of just write that off. I feel like after the age of 70, it's you know what? We're not changing.
I mean, they've probably been doing it for decades.
But if you're in and out of the hospital and you're they put you through rehab pretty much. They detoxed you, but then you're right as soon as you get out, you're like, hey,
Back
how
to the
are you?
bar.
Back here I am. And it's like, dude, you have to start all over again.
Yeah.
Like you beat all the
Got all this energy.
you know, you got rid of all the like, what is it, detoxing,
Yeah.
you know, all the withdrawals, but yet here you are. And it's like, okay, I mean, if that's what, but I feel like they feel more like I've lived my life like YOLO. I'm just going to do it, you know? But we also have the people that are like, you need to stop drinking because you're literally, you don't even like yourself. Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
You deserve so much more. And like, I don't know, to me, I'm just like, I feel like they are just lonely and they come up there because they need a friend and why not?
Yeah.
Now,
You ever see things that just make you sad?
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot.
Like,
Here recently, there was a man that came up there, and he had literally just lost his wife like 2 months prior. And me and Russell were up there, and he was just watching us. You know, I was like taking a picture, and he had like tears in his eyes, and I was like, and he was an older man, and I was like, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "Y'all just hold on to this." And I was like, "Excuse me?" And he's like, "I just lost my wife 2 months ago," and I was like, "Oh my God, that's fresh!" Like that. I was like, and I looked at Russell, and Russell was like. I was like, say something. I'm I'm terrible in those situations where I'm like, I'm sorry, and I don't know what else to say other than I'm sorry. Like, that's terrible. Yeah. But and it just like he's like that is very special and it's nice to see. And I was just like, oh God. And then I have the people that are like, you know, I have this other regular that he's there every Friday or Saturday, and he drinks 1 or 2 beers, and he literally was like, I just come here because I just feel like I have some friends here, and I'm not alone. And I'm like. We love you, you know, because we really do love our people up there.
Well, because like I've often wondered when it comes to bars, what is the attraction? Because you have different points that you're hitting. You're hitting the socializing aspect. You're hitting the, you know, say addiction or the tendency to like alcohol aspect as well. Is it a combination of both? But like based on my travels and all my experiences in life, from what I can tell, it seems to be 9 out of 10 times people just want to feel connected to other people around them.
Well, I feel like it's like you said in the beginning of the show, it's like the key to like the community, you know, like it's like all your different kinds of people and we can all be friends here. You know what I mean? Like we're not going to judge you. Like we listen and we don't judge. But we do judge sometimes, but not in front of your face. No, I'm just kidding. But I feel like, but I feel like it's also depending on what bar you go to. Like I feel like where I work and the people I work with, like we try to make it like to where we can all be friends, you know, like it doesn't matter what you do for a living. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what you believe in or what, if you're who you voted for. Like I'm Canadian, I can't even vote. So it doesn't even, that's literally what I say whenever it comes up. I'm like, my opinion doesn't matter. I could give it to you, but I can't vote anyway, so whatever. So to me, I'm like, it's just a common ground where everyone can like, you know, and a neutral ground for that aspect.
Sure.
And where people can all be friends. And like we can play washers, we can play pool.
Well, that's one thing.
We can tell jokes.
That I always felt, because you get people that gloat and talk shit or whatever, like in a bar or whatnot.
But
like,
yeah, we have
actual
plenty of those.
people who are just there to enjoy their time.
Yeah.
It's like all the bullshit goes away. You know,
it does.
And you kind of get like a moment because I mean you got to be fake at work, right? And then you got like an image that you have to keep up with your family, like especially the kids and stuff. And then it's like that might be the only 2, 3, 4 hours you get to where you can just be like, I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Or that's why I said I feel like, and to each their own, but you like when you get off work or like if you're, you know, at home all day with the kids, you know, I feel like you're entitled to have 1 or 2 drinks.
Sure.
And it not be like frowned upon.
I would say 6 to 9, but yeah.
I mean, I know, but who's counting? 1 or 2? I mean, whatever, 5. It doesn't, shots? Are we doing shots? I'm like, oh, you're driving? It's okay. You can have 1 more. You can cover your eyeball. No, I'm just kidding.
A few people listening to this got that joke. Like, just cover an eyeball.
Yeah,
you
just
got it.
one eye all the way home. But like, I don't drink and drive. My husband does. But
this is a joke. This is a joke.
No, I mean, no. Joking. I forgot. Yeah, no.
So, all right, I gotta ask you, man. This would be like a pretty easy question, man.
Okay.
Out of all the drinks you can make, right, in the world, what's the one where someone orders it and you just go, fuck?
That would be, oh man, I got you right now. That would be the fruit roll up. The fruit roll-up is a 3-layer. It's the rainbow shot, and
I've seen this.
oh
Only like
my
once
gosh,
or twice
and
in my life
it's so
I've seen
good. Don't
this.
get me wrong, it is delicious.
Yeah.
But when you're busy, it's like, and the Mexican candy.
Yes.
So, and I got Mexican candied and fruit roll-up, and I was like,
yeah, because my
and
girlfriend.
I looked over at my coworker, and I'm like, I just got Mexican candied and fruit roll-up, and it was like 4 of these and 4 of those, and it was like, oh, and I need 1, and I'm like, why could you just do one of this, like all the same thing?
Yeah.
But we're gonna go with 3 of the worst things.
My girlfriend is a former bartender. Right?
Okay.
And she would always say the Mexican candies were the worst.
Oh, it's.
And so I think a strong message from this episode, if anyone's actually still listening to it at this point, we run through our analytics, it's a whole fucking thing. But is if you're gonna order these like exotic shots or whatever it may be, don't do it when they're slammed to the rafters. You know, like when they're like like there's so many people like no.
I mean, we could say that, but they're still gonna do it, and it's fine. Like we don't mind doing it, but we're still like. Are you like? Have you looked around? Or whenever they're like, "Can I get 6 Mexican candies and then 1 fruit roll up?" And I'm like, "Oh, or I'll be like, we're out of hot sauce."
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, sometimes we are out of hot sauce.
So what's actually in a Mexican candy? 'Cause I
Okay,
don't know.
so Mexican candy. We have the Mexican candy, and then we also have the peachy Mexican, not the other. It's peachy, like the peach. So we have the fruit roll up is gonna. You said the fruit roll up and the.
I don't know what either one of them.
Okay, so the fruit roll up is in the bottom of the first layer. You have banana liqueur and peach schnapps. And you do like a half ounce of that. Mm-hmm. And then you do in a separate shaker, you're going to put the blue Curaçao, cherry vodka, and Sprite. That's going to be your top layer.
Okay.
So then you put a little bit of orange juice, a little bit of pineapple juice. Grenadine is going to go to the bottom because it's the heaviest. So you do the grenadine. And then carefully, if you have to use a knife, which I don't because, you know, I'm an OG. But you just tilt the cup to the side and then you slowly, you know, pour the blue on top and it's a rainbow.
Okay, so that's like 10 different ingredients?
Not 10, it's like 6.
Okay.
And then you have the peachy Mexican. Oh, my Lanta.
Yeah.
That's tequila, triple sec, hot sauce, sweet and sour, lime juice, and Sprite.
Yeah, but it's like if you have
and if
10
you have like a
customers
line
waiting,
of yeah.
And
there'll be like 7 of them, and I'm like, now we pre-make 57 Chevys, Vegas bombs, and Audios for that reason because we sell so many of them. Mm-hmm. So that and like you're not getting any kind of like slack on liquor. It's made with full bottles of liquor. The batches are. You know what I mean?
I did drink liquor, man, I was never a fan of like things
Vegas
like
bombs.
Vegas bombs because it's like
they taste
I feel like I'm having a heart attack.
Well, that you're
I like them. I like that feeling.
It's called like speedballing, where you're mixing an upper and a downer.
Yeah,
because it's liquor and Monster, and I'm like, now the 57 Chevys are the bomb.com. Like they are. Yes,
I've never had one.
Yeah, what are those?
So it's whiskey, coconut rum, peach schnapps, amaretto, sweet and sour, pineapple, and Sprite. And it tastes like
right up my alley, dude.
It tastes like I don't know, kind of like apple juice a little bit, but it's like really, really good. It's smooth. And then the key lime pies are really popular too.
Yeah.
And I made those up one day in the summer, like 5 years ago. It was like dead, and I was like, I wonder what this would taste like. And I had my manager was up there, and I was like, do you want to taste test this? And she's like, oh my God, that's delicious. And it flew off the handles. Yeah. Like we probably make a lot of those too. But there was one other story I was going to tell you. So this this lady, she came in and she was like, can I have a hug? And I was like, okay. And I gave her a hug. She was like, I haven't had sex since 2007. And I was like,
Jesus Christ.
Do you want some popcorn? That's my go-to to get out of like anything uncomfortable.
Is like weird, yeah.
Popcorn, you know? Yeah.
I was just like, oh my, yes. And I don't know why they're always attracted to me, like the weirdos. I don't know. I mean, I love
probably
my weirdos,
because you're very personal.
I think so.
You look like you're easy to talk to.
But I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah. And people assume I'm a hugger, and I am a hug if you're my friend. But I'm like, sure, why not? I love giving
don't touch me.
Yeah, like.
But the people that I cannot stand on the record is the ones that are like doing the kissing noises at you, or like, and I'm like, bro, you're not gonna get my
like catcalling type
like,
shit.
Like or they're like, hey, or I had a lady
whistling.
I had the lady whistling. I'm like, I'm not your dog. You can wait. I had a lady slam the ashtrays down the other day to try and get my attention. And I was like, I know you ain't slamming that ashtray at me. And the other customers that were there, like, I was not busy. I was busy. I was serving other people.
Yeah.
I was not ignoring her, like, just with my thumb up my butt. That's the other thing is, like, you see that we're not just
like if
sitting
you're
there
actively doing something.
And you want to sit there and holler, like, I see you. I'm trying to get to you, and I will.
Yeah.
So what is an appropriate response, though? Because obviously, like, the cat calling, whistling stuff, that shit does not
So the
work.
beauty of what I do is that we don't really have to have a filter as far as, like, you mean on the customer end?
Yeah, I'm saying on the customer end.
Okay,
So, like, if I come in
just call my name.
Excuse me.
I mean, well, first of all, if it's you or Moses, we're gonna, and I'm working, and I see y'all, I'm gonna get y'all. Like, because y'all, I know what y'all drink.
You literally already just start making the drink.
Right, okay. And I mean, I'll try to ask you first because sometimes you drink beer and sometimes you still drink the same thing.
Yeah.
But sometimes you and your girlfriend just drink water.
Yeah,
so I'll just be like, hey, are you drinking water? But if I'm like busy and there's a line and I know what you drink and it's like a beer or like something that I know you don't change, then I'm going to just go ahead and make it.
Sure.
So that way you don't have to wait because I can make 6 drinks at once.
Yeah.
And like, I can hand you a beer real quick, even if there's a line of people.
Yeah.
If you need like quarters or something, like you're gonna have to wait a second. But an appropriate way to get my attention would be like, "Hey, Renee," or like, just wait in line. I see you.
Just have human
And if I
decency.
see you waiting there and you're patient, I'm gonna get to you. Like, I'll be like, "Oh my gosh!" I mean, I'm sure there was a few times that you were there like later at night and you were trying to close out, and I was like, "Thank you for being so patient."
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be like. Can I tab out? I need
Yeah.
because there's been a few times when I've gotten into people or into it with people where I'm like, do you see that we have a whole line of people? We have 1 register. We are working as fast as we can, and y'all are just being like very impatient.
Yeah.
I know you're trying to get to whatever other late night bar you're trying to go to, but my advice for that is before the lights come on, tab out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Order your last round and then tab out, and then you'll be good to go. You'll be ready to go when the lights come on,
Yeah.
Like, me and Russell will wait there till everyone leaves, and we'll be the last ones to tab out just playing pool or whatever, because we're like, we ain't going to get in all that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm like, but patience is key in both my job and the customers, I feel like.
Yeah.
But if you have, so a drunk person is a lot like a toddler. So I have a 3-year-old, Have you ever given a 3-year-old a broom?
No.
Okay, well.
Can't say we've had the opportunity.
Okay, so I'm saying if you give a drunk person a broom, it's like giving my toddler a broom to clean up their own mess, for instance.
Really?
Like, if it's a broken bottle, I got it. Like, I'm going to do it because I appreciate you and you're so sweet, but I'm going to do it because that's just double the mess.
You're going to make more of a mess trying to clean it up.
I tell my 3-year-old, don't touch that, don't put that in your mouth, and if you do it again, I'm taking it away. And I tell people at work the same thing. Like, I'll go to work and I'll be like, same exact word for word what I just said, and I'm like, bro, why are you trying to put that in your mouth? Don't. Like, that does not go in your mouth. Like, what? How old are you? Like, okay, we're going to do this. Do I need to hold your hand? Okay, I do. Let's do it. I mean, it's just about knowing people. And I have a good, eye for knowing people. And I have a good sense of reading people.
Yeah,
and that's
absolutely.
a lot of it, too.
So when it comes down to, like, reading people, this is something I kind of want to get onto is, you always hear about, like, bar fights and stuff like that. What is the witching hour for you where you're just like, if anything's going to happen, it's going to go down in the next 60 minutes?
Well,
like,
if it's a full moon, you're most likely going to have an issue.
So that's a real thing.
It is a real thing, absolutely. I'll be like, is it a full moon tonight? Sure enough. Well, Friday the 13th was a full moon, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But no, full moons are definitely like almost like a nightmare for bartenders because it's like, it gets people out of their like zone, or I don't know what you call it. It just throws people off. And so people are like really moody. But usually there is no time frame for a fight. I mean, it could be in the beginning of the night. It could be at the end of the night. If you know that someone's starting to, drink a little bit too much and they're starting to get like, why are you looking at me like that? Like, why is he talking? And I'm like, and I'll try to, we're also part security guards because I've never met a bartender that couldn't calm down a situation better than the law could. Because I could be like, hey, let's go sit down. Let's have a beer. Let's shake hands. Let's just be friends. Like, why are we doing this? What are we fighting about? Nothing. Like, who cares? Let's just be friends. It could be like the most minuscule thing. And they're like, And I call, okay, it's so funny because I have a guy that comes up there and I'm like, I call it getting fluffy. Because have you ever seen like a peacock or like a bird whenever they go to mate? They're have you ever seen a guy get into a fight? They're like, what? What? I'm like, what are you doing? Are you like, who are you both? You know, what is that? Are we fluffing our feathers? Like, are we just, so I'll be like, quit getting fluffy and sit down. Because to me, that's what it's like. It's like, what? What are we going to do? I'm like, are you a bird? Are you? Yeah. But it could be any hour, honestly. Really? It doesn't matter. Yep.
I would always like assume like the last 30 minutes. It's like guys been trying to chase women, they're getting turned down, being belligerent. Now they're just aggro, frustrated, saying stupid stuff.
But if they come in belligerent, then you're just like...
Or if they come in already mad.
Because if they come in already mad, or they come in... Oh, the best is when they're fighting with their girlfriend. Holy moly. I've seen so many people...
Like, wait, the boyfriend and girlfriend are at the bar
They're fighting with each other at the bar. I have a couple that comes up there, and all they do is fight. Like, literally, and they are so mean to each other.
It's like, get out.
No, yeah, literally. And I'm like, why would you come to the bar and be like... I mean, to the point where I'm just like, whoa. Like, if my husband ever talked to me like that, I don't understand. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, that bitch is scary. Like, it's crazy to me. And the drama, like that's just it. As I tell people, I'm like, if I knew what Siri looked like, I'd be here for Halloween because I know everyone's tea. Like, if you want some good tea, they're like, Renee, who's that? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's so-and-so's cousin.
That's one thing I was thinking about. You know, Moses and I were talking before the start of the show, before you showed up to the studio, and I was like, man, like, you could probably name just about anybody in town, and Renee would be like, yeah, I know what's going on in their lives.
Yeah. That's why I tell a lot of people, I'm like, if you want to date somebody, just filter them through me. Mm-hmm. Because if 9 times out of 10, if I'm like, bro, she's crazy, I'm just warning you, they'll come back like months later and they're like, I should have listened to you.
You were right.
And I'm like, I'm not, and I know you're going to do what you want to do and the heart wants what it wants, but I'm like, if you would have listened to me, I would have told, like, I told
a dating service in our local community.
That's what a dating service?
Yeah, like where people hire you to basically be like a private investigator for like, hey, like, is this person legit?
That's a snitch.
I mean, you get a license, you get paid. Like, it's a little different.
That's still like, that's invading personal. Like, they bring their personal stuff to me to where I'm like,
I'm not saying you follow people
stuff
around,
I don't want to know. Like, I'm like, why would you? I don't want to know that. Like, I don't want to know that you were doing what. Like, no. Ew. I don't want to know that you like it like that. Like, stop. Like, I'm just like, okay. No. Well, and especially if they're like, there's this one guy that comes up there and he's like, I feel like he might be lying, but he's always like, I got this vagina the other night. And I'm like, oh my God, ew. Like,
why do you say it like that?
That's how he says it. And he's like, I'm going to go home and have sex. And I'm like, oh my God. No, you're not. No, you're not. And I'm like, okay, well, you might be, but I don't want to know about it. I'm like, to me, it's crazy, this stuff, because I'm like, would you go to your mom, like to your mom's house and say that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but they have no problem saying it to me. Or like, even like the compliments, it's like, that's not a compliment. That is like borderline
sexual harassment?
Yes. Like, oh my gosh, like, you're a snack. And I'm like,
bitch, would you say
like
this
Oreos? Or like, are we talking Oreos or Gushers? Like, what are we?
That's one thing.
Are we talking about like Fruit Loops or what are we talking?
I have never done that to bartenders. Like, ever in my entire life, like being, you know, when I was single and all that stuff, I have never been. Like,
they're a bartender.
It's like it's their job, man. Even like when I'm like blackout drunk, or like especially in my early 20s, dude, I have never said some out of pocket shit to like the girl who works there. You know?
Oh, I mean, they'll be like, oh man. They'll be like, what are you doing later? And I'm like, going home to my husband.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you're married? I'm like, yeah. They're like, are you happy? And I'm like, why is that a thing? That is not a thing. Like, or the ones that are like, hey. And I'm like, hey, I saw you put your wedding ring in your back pocket. Let's not go there. Like, yeah, nope.
Is there a lot of that going on?
Oh,
like,
yeah. That's why I always tell, like, not tell people, but I say it out loud. I'm like, I know your wife and your girlfriend. Because, I mean, there's not a lot of that. Don't get me wrong. There's not a lot of that. But when there is some of it, absolutely, yes.
I bet that's a gut-sinking feeling as a dude. Like, if you get told that, like, I know your wife and your girlfriend. Like,
well, and I mean,
it's like, you're my new best friend.
Like, okay, so, like, a lot of people don't know, but, like, there's, like, certain, like, codes that, like, bartenders kind of have, like, or at least I do, to where it's like, like, if I see you at the mall or at the like a public place like Home Depot, let's say, and you're walking by and you're with a female, one, I'm not going to wave to you first.
Yeah.
Because you might not be telling her that you're going to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sure. Yeah.
I never say hi to people outside of the industry, like outside of my workplace. If they're with somebody, even if they're not with somebody, just because I don't know if maybe their child's there and they're going to be like, hey, Mom.
Who was that?
Yeah. So I just don't. So if they wave to me first, I will absolutely wave back. And there is plenty of people that will like come up to me out in public. You know, my kid hates going to the store with me because he's like, Mom, you know everyone. He's like, I didn't want to talk to people. And I'm like, I know, I didn't either, but here we are. And, but that's why I do grocery pickup. But if I see you at the store and you're not alone, or you, even if you are alone, if you don't wave to me first, I'm not going to wave to you just because I don't want to get you in trouble. And
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want,
respecting privacy.
Funny that you should mention that. So I will tell you a true story. I went to a bar, this is 2 years ago, and I had 3 pints of beer. Okay. And I went early in the day. I got out of school. I was going to college. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm done at 3 o'clock. I'm going to get a couple of pints. I'm going to go home and I'm just going to relax. And later that evening, I had a date. Okay. Now, the place that I got a couple of drinks at, it was a bar, but it was a restaurant. I brought my date too. Okay. And then the bartender goes, hey, you were just in here earlier.
Yeah.
And the girl that I was with was like, what the fuck? And I literally looked at the bartender and was like, what are you doing right now?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Do not do that. Like,
Yeah.
there's a level of confidentiality here.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That or like if I see you, or if let's say your girlfriend or your wife calls the bar and they're like, hey, is Justin there? And I'm like, no. Or I'm like, nope, I haven't seen him. Because it's like, if you want to know if they're here, come to the bar. You know what I mean? Like, I'm
share us
not
some
going to
car
sit
drive.
there and be like, oh, yeah, he's here. You want to talk to him?
Yeah.
Like,
Does that
no.
happen a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
People
yeah.
just call the bar.
Oh, yeah.
What is this, Cheers?
Is there a guy named Fred there? And I'm like, nope.
Like, hell, I don't know.
Haven't seen him. Don't even know who you're talking about. Like, it's just like, don't ask, don't tell. Like, I'm not. Now, I will say this, though. If I see you blatantly cheating on your wife or your spouse, and your spouse comes to me and is like, hey, was he here with so-and-so? I've always said, I'm not going to tell on you, but I'm also not going to lie.
Yeah,
So if they come to me and if your significant other comes to me and they're like, hey, was so-and-so with so-and-so? I'm going to be like, yeah. Because one, if you wanted it to be a secret, you shouldn't bring it to the bar.
Yeah.
Two,
Yeah.
Especially in a small
I'm not
town
going
like
to
we
tell
have.
on
Oh
you
my God.
by any means. I'm not going to snitch. I'm not going to be like, hey, let me call your. No, I'm not going to message them. I'm not going to do any of that. But if they come to me specifically and they're like, hey, was so-and-so with so-and-so last night, I'm going to be like, yeah. Because they found out from someone else, not from me, and I ain't going to lie for you.
Sure.
Like, you're already wrapped up in so many lies.
Yeah.
I don't want any part of that. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell me all the tea. I'm not going to share the tea. You know, like, I'm just going to,
There
but
comes
I'm
a
also
point-
not going to lie for you.
There comes a point where the tea is like entertaining, and there comes
Oh,
a
it's-
point to where it's
yeah.
like, oh, this could actually affect my personal life.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I've just
holy
always
shit.
said, like, I will definitely keep your secret, but I'm not going to lie for you. Because I don't lie. Because when you lie, you get caught.
Yeah.
Like, one way or another, you're going to get caught. It might come out later on, but that's what I always tell my kids, and I'm like, I know when you're lying. Like,
You deal with it all the time. at
yeah,
work.
literally. I know when you're lying. I know you took that. Like, put it back. No, but it's just about, like, knowing your boundaries as far as, like, that. And I'm there to work. You know, I'm there to make money, and I'm there to, it's my life. It's my livelihood.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
I take a lot of pride in
Yeah.
not crossing those
Yeah.
boundaries.
Speaking of like your livelihood, you know, making money off of it and all that, because clearly it's obviously good money, right?
It is. It
I
absolutely
mean,
is.
you're not driving a Bentley.
No.
But
My husband is definitely the breadwinner,
Yeah.
but I definitely do good for myself.
How do you feel about the no tax on tips, man?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I think that's great, dude. I was like, I
can't
saw
wait.
that and I was like,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, it has a
awesome.
cap. I think it's up to the first $25,000. But
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
don't care. I'm just like, yeah.
I mean, if it's cash chips, I never made 25s. All I'm
But see,
saying.
so that is where I'm like kind of confused about. Is it not credit card tips? It's just cash tips because we don't even claim our cash now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I
Like,
think I think it's all tips.
I hope
right?
this.
I
I
think
thought
it's
it was
all.
all
I
tips,
think it's
but
all.
see, someone told me that it might not be. But I'm like, until it happens, nobody really knows.
It seems like on paper it would be all.
I feel like it should be just credit cards because there hasn't ever been tax on cash tips.
Yeah.
I don't think. We don't.
Well,
we don't,
their hat. You're supposed to claim it.
Is it? Well, no, we do claim. No, we claim our.
Renee.
I don't know. We claim. I don't listen. That's just it, though. It's like I file my taxes, but I get like my W-2. I still have like it's not a 1099 or whatever it is.
Yeah, you're still supposed
It's
to pay
still So
taxes
well,
on
we
it.
do on our cash, but like I'm saying, like as far as claiming the exact
sure?
amount of cash. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Great. Now I'm in trouble. We might have to take that part out. Should we timestamp that? I don't know. Maybe. I don't want to get anyone in trouble.
You pay your taxes.
No, I absolutely do. I actually had to pay
Well, you
them
have
this
to
year.
because you're an immigrant. And we will look for any reason to kick your ass out of this country.
I'm a permanent resident. I have a social security card, actually.
I don't
So
know
how
if-
long is the green card good for?
10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
And, you know, it's funny how I found out because I was trying to renew my driver's license, my Texas driver's license, online, and I've never done it online. And I was like, it kept saying that I couldn't. And I was like, and I sent Russell, my husband, a message and with a screenshot, and he's like, I wonder if it's because of your green card. I was like, it doesn't say anything about my green card. You don't know.
That was what it was.
Listen, I went up there and it's the day before my birthday because I didn't want it to expire and me have to like go get my birth certificate because that's how they do it now. So I was like, I need to go up there, and they were like, your green card's expired, and I was like, $415 later.
Yeah.
But I got $30 off because I did it online, so it was only $415.
There you go. Hey man, win is
But
a win, dude.
but it was crazy because they, you know, it has to go through Department of Homeland Security, and the lady was like, "Oh, we're gonna type it in." She's like, "Oh, it went right through. You're good." And I was like, "Oh, well, that was easy." Like I didn't have to wait for it to come in the mail because now it's saying it'll be 33 months before I get it in the mail.
33 months.
33 months, yeah.
Jesus.
3 years.
Oh, that's after I had to drive to Houston to get my fingerprints. I had to drive to Houston, and I don't like driving in Houston.
So my question is, why can't we do this for the Mexicans?
So that's what I.
Just fuck with you.
They can.
No, yeah, I was
I
just
mean,
fucking. I was just.
I don't know
throwing
why
out a
they
curveball,
couldn't.
just
I'm
messing
not
with you.
sure. I was just listen, I don't know all that. I was renewing it. I wasn't applying for one. But I know that I had to drive all the way to Houston to take my fingerprints at the, and the appointment took 2 minutes. It was like in and out, and I was not mad about it. But whenever I was walking out, there was like all these foreign people in there, and
Sure,
they were
I would
like,
imagine that would be the
but they
place
were
to find
like,
them.
they were not like Mexicans. They were like,
yeah.
and I was just like,
There's a bag of mixed nuts in there, dude.
Yeah.
it was like, it was kind of like, oh my gosh, okay, well. I was the only little like white girl coming out there. I was like, "Is no one from Canada? Is there not any snowbird?" But I was just like, I mean, that's
I just
I'm
don't
not that I was
there's a whole lot of
offended or anything.
Canadians coming to America.
Not to Texas. Now in Florida, you got a lot of Canadians,
Really?
snowbirds. Yeah,
No shit. Oh,
that's where That's where my whole family goes for like summer vacation. Is
Really?
yeah.
Damn.
You never heard of snowbirds?
No. What the
Yeah,
fuck is
that's a
snowbirds?
snowbird is the ones that go from Canada to Florida in the summer. For,
Really?
Yeah.
That's not
Because they
bad.
fly south for the winter. I mean, for the
okay.
winter, not for the.
Tell you, man, we learn something new every episode we do.
Yeah.
Man. We really do. Snowbirds, not a term I ever thought I'd. No.
Like how far away is that from a snow bunny? Like
Yeah. And that has two meanings.
No, because they fly south for the winter. Get it?
Oh my god.
Wait. Oh God, I get it.
Yeah, delayed reaction.
I was like, "What is this snow?" Oh, I got it.
So our normal episodes, we get really like we will use all kinds of crazy language. Like we'll talk about crazy off the wall stuff. But when we have guests on, we try to keep it a little more professional and a little more clean. So every now and then some stuff slips out.
Oh, that's
You know what
fine. I'm not mad about it. I just didn't want to sound like a racist and be like
I gotta
Oh, yeah, it's
all
fine.
these foreign people coming out of the fingerprint
I mean,
office.
you're a foreigner.
I
You
am
can
a
talk
foreigner.
about it,
I can
so-
talk about it,
yeah.
but people are always like, "What?" I'm like, I do have another joke for you though.
There you go. Shoot.
What do you call a Hispanic bodybuilder that runs out of protein?
What?
No way, Jose.
Holy shit, Renee.
Okay, so what is like some of the more violent things you've seen while working?
Oh goodness. Okay.
Have you ever seen anyone get like mortally injured?
It's like we're calling 911 right now.
Not at where I work, but yes, I have at one of the late night bars. He actually got like stabbed like all the way up, like he was gutted, and
Ooh, dang.
me and Russell were over there, and we were on the motorcycle, and we were like, we saw these people crowding around it, and he ended up getting like staples all the way up, and it was like from his belly like to his chest.
Holy shit!
But we left because we were like, we're on the bike and we don't need to be here.
No.
So we left.
Get the hell out of there.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah.
We were like, we're gone. But as far as like where I work, I've seen people, fight, but never to the point like they've gotten knocked out and stuff, but not like stabbing.
But mainly just like just fists, basically.
Yeah, or like wrestling. Really,
Okay.
it's like a lot of like wrestling around and like I'm gonna throw a punch, but I'm not gonna hit you because a drunk person is like delayed, so it's like
Yeah.
and it's in like slow motion. But as far as like the chick fights have probably been the worst.
Really?
Like because there'll be like hair extensions on the ground.
Throwing
like,
shit.
Eyelashes
oh my
on
god,
it.
eyelashes! I found some eyelashes in cups before it, and I'm like, did your eyelashes fall in the cup, or did you like take them off and put them in there? No, they'll just take them off and put them in there. But chicks fights are probably more violent, but I've never seen anyone not
Well, like one thing I've noticed, like with dudes, like it's a lot of like you talked about earlier, like
getting fluffy.
fluffing up, like it's peacocking. It's just like
It's a lot of like territorial,
yeah, and I've noticed,
and it's like just sit down.
Yeah.
Like
and the
we
thing
get
is-
it. We get it.
So I started going to the MMA gym in town.
Oh, you're
and,
an MMA fighter now?
No, I mean just like
I didn't know
it's
you
a
throw
hobby.
hands now.
Yeah, it's like a hobby. I have fun with it. Like
Okay.
like just a good workout.
Easton does karate.
Yeah. I think all martial arts is good, man. I don't do it to compete or anything like that. Like no, I'm just getting a workout in. But I can tell you, like after the first few lessons, man, I instantly knew 99% of people have no idea how to fight.
No, none.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes twice as much energy to swing and miss as it does to swing and hit, right?
Yeah.
It's not kidding. Like it's just like playing baseball. Like
So it's like, you see these people fluffing up, peacocking, whatever you want to call it. And like, at least with my mindset and a lot of the mindset of people that I've, worked with and trained with and stuff, they'll avoid a fight at all costs. But if it's going to come down to it, they are not going to be doing any of that. And so the guy who's like loud and like bolstering, I'm not worried about that guy. I'm worried about the dude who's not going to say shit and just will not fucking break eye contact.
well,
with me. That's
the
guy I'm
ones
worried
that
about.
are like, it's really just the ones how they do with liquor, like we talked about earlier. Like, there's the guys that just can't have liquor and they just get angry, and it's like scary angry to where it's like, okay, but now then you learn to know better. So it's like, all right, you've had like 3 shots. You're good for a while. Like, we're not going to even go down that road because you're going to start getting angry, and we don't need to fight.
And they're just coming arguing with you. Like,
or
can I get,
like the
can I
ones
get 6
that
more
walk-
shots of Rumplemint?
Yeah. And then
the
it's,
strongest liquor
like,
you can find outside of Everclear.
Yeah, exactly. And ew, gross. Stripper,
God,
we call
so
it strippers mouthwash.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But you never
I've
heard that?
never heard that.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Supposedly that's what the strippers do, like after they're done, their business, because it's minty fresh, I guess. I don't know.
Holy
Have you ever had the
shit.
baby beers? Those are new. They're good.
I actually like those. Those
I
are good. I've had
love
those a couple
them.
times.
Have you had
in my
them?
I
life.
think I have.
They're so
Yeah,
good. They're
like
so
a little
smooth.
shot glass and make it look good.
Way
Yeah.
better than
Up
like
on top.
Jaeger bombs. They're like ugh.
Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger bombs. You gotta beat it up.
Well, shit, Renee. I think that's it's getting about the end of it, dude. Is there anything you want to leave us with?
No.
You can say no. You can leave us with another dad joke.
Hey, you got a
if want.
joke?
Oh,
What you got?
gosh,
You're
let's
famous for
see.
this.
I
Oh,
know,
you're on
I
the
know.
spot,
You're
you're on
putting
the
me on the
spot.
spot.
Think,
You're putting me on the
think,
spot.
come on.
I had a really
Faster,
good one, and I
faster,
totally
faster.
forgot it because there's all this pressure. Oh, I don't know.
It's all right. We're not gonna. We're
Okay, wait,
excused.
I got one. 2 peanuts were walking down the road. One was assaulted.
There it is, guys. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Dumpster Diaries Podcast. See you guys next week.